Another way we can be real with our clients is through functional validation. Sometimes, instead of providing verbal validation, the most effective validation is actually helping a client solve the problem. For example, if I am walking down a flight of stairs and I stumble and spill my books everywhere, you could walk up to me and say, wow, that looks embarrassing. You would certainly be reflecting back my experience, but actually what would be much more validating is if you helped me pick up the pile of books. That's functional validation. Helping someone with the problem is sometimes much more validating than verbally reflecting back their experience. So how does that relate to the clinical context? Well, let's assume you have a client that comes into a session and they tell you, oh my goodness, I am so anxious. My anxiety is through the roof because I cannot pay my rent this month on time. I don't know what I'm going to tell my landlord. Well, you could verbally validate that, like, oh, that sounds terrible. Or what you could do is say, you know what? Let's take 5 minutes right now and let's call your landlord because we've been working on interpersonal effectiveness skills anyway, and this would be a perfect opportunity to try out some assertiveness. So how about you call your landlord? I'll be right here to coach you through the conversation. I'll be here to support you through this. That's an example of functional validation. Therapists must use clinical judgment to determine the appropriate form of validation. We don't spend every single session giving pep talks or self-disclosing or making snarky comments or calling landlords. Obviously, there's more psychotherapy than that. However, radical genuineness can be a powerful form of validation when clinically indicated. So we do these different forms of radical genuineness when that's going to be a strong way to validate and a very effective way of fostering the therapeutic alliance even more.